Okay then gentlemen, we're back and this is part 2 of the how to do very well in an NCA session. So, question 5 on page 35, it's asking us to use the table of ions on page 24 of your workbook. I happen to have a second workbook here with the table of ions on it, so I'll be referring to it as we go through. And it's asking us to work out the formula of the following compounds. Now the key thing with any compound is the total number of positive charges must equal the total number of negative charges. So the first thing to do is what the charge on the ions are. Sodium is, just looking at there it is, group 1, group 1, so it's a 1 plus ion, so that's an Na, and you don't have to draw the charges in, okay, but it does help for the purpose of my explanation how to do this. So Na is a plus, oxide, well it's there, it's a 2 minus. So we know if that's a 2 minus, that's only a 1 plus, we need 2 of these to balance it. Okay, so I'm going to put a little 2 in there. Now it's optional, you could write a single plus by the Na and a 2 minus, but that's not necessary. Barium nitrate. Well, nitrate, the start of the nitrate bit, is an NO3, and I know that's a 1 minus, and barium, there it is a 2 plus. We're going to have to leave a bit of space for this now. So that's a Ba. Remember guys, also, if it's an element, it's a capital and then a small. Too many people are writing little b for this. Okay. Now, this is a 2 plus ion. This is just a 1 minus ion. It's a polyatomic ion, the nitrate. So we need 2 lots of this. That means we need to put brackets around it and draw a 2. Like that, so that's a Ba, NO3, brackets 2. I'm probably at this point going to not draw in the charges of the ions in the next ones because it just makes it a bit messy. Silver sulfate. Well, silver sulfate, using my table again, I'm not going to keep putting the book in there, but you can do this on your own. Ag, that is a a positive ion. And the sulfate, well, looking on my table here, it's an SO4, and that's a 2 minus ion, which basically means we need 2 of these to give the 2 electrons of this, because this is a 2 minus ion. So I'm going to now put in Ag2SO4. Now ammonium, again, remember ammonium's a strange one. It's actually, well, interestingly, it doesn't and carbonate, CO3, is a 2 minus ion. Okay, so that's a 2 minus, but that's only a 1 plus. We need 2 of these to give away the 2 electrons that this requires. So we need to now put brackets around the ammonium part of it and put the 2 in there. Okay, moving on. Question 6, naming compounds. Well, here we have zinc and chlorine. If there's 2 elements, it always ends in I. Always. The general rule is that you put the metal first and the non-metal second. So this would be zinc chloride. Here we have lead, and then this bit here, the OH, is hydroxide. So this is one to remember. A lot of people forget this. Fe is iron, and this is fluorine. Okay, now fluorine means it's fluoride. Now, you may or may not remember that iron has 2 different flavors, 2 different types of iron. There's iron 2 and iron 3. This one has only bonded with 2 fluorines, which means this is iron 2 fluoride. I think if that was an exam question, you'd probably still get a mark for writing iron fluoride, but you'd get a full mark for writing iron 2 fluoride. Okay. Quickly pushing on. and then I think there's just enough time to explain this one, question 7, before the bell goes and we have to pack this up. So, find sulfur and chlorine in the periodic table in the front of your workbook. Compare sulfur and chlorine by discussing sheet. Position in the periodic table, charges on their ions. Okay, so there we go. Let's start by looking. We're looking for either 3 or 6 bullet points, depending on how we do it. Well, first of all, sulfur. Where is it on the periodic table? We know that sulfur is in group 16. Okay, so sulfur equals group 16, and chlorine is next door to it. Chlorine is 17. Okay, let's talk about their electron arrangement. Two, 8, 7. We'll pack this up now and we'll go back to it. I think that's the best thing to do.